Good morning, y'all.
Hey guys.
And let me tell you, every morning, Rob from Cruising on the High Seas and Travel, he posts a question. And this morning I was looking, that's why I be like this, because I be looking and see what he's saying, because I never know what he's gonna say. But anyway, we want to welcome you all, and we want to thank each and every one of y'all that come in every day and listen to us. Because let me tell you, the news that Scott brings is the same news that the bigger channels bring, believe it or not. What is that? What's going on with it? You're making me dizzy. I got vertigo.
We got the memo. Me and Scott got the memo. I don't know what Jeremy happened. Jeremy's promoting somebody else.
I'm blue too. Blue. Okay, but listen, going back. But I know everybody has their favorite of who they listen to and whatever. But Scott, he tells us the same news. And before the bigger channels, yesterday, Lalita Loca and Don came across Armani, my granddaughter's channel. And I said, why is that happening? And you explained to me that because I watch cruise news from Scott and our channels, Eddie and ours, that's why she's getting other cruise people come across. But then guess what? Scott had already reported what Don and Lalita Loca had already reported. Scott's on it. So you might want to downsize your watching and just go live together.
Yeah, that sounds like a great idea.
Yeah, doesn't it? Because I saw that and I said, man, we already reported that. They were reporting it, like 2 hours later or something, and I said, wow, we're on it. So just a friendly reminder, we thank you.
That's right.
So who we got on camera with us today?
We got the union rep, Eddie. We got the news you can use, the muster drill.
The one and only.
And then we got you, who can't pronounce a lot of words. And then we got me, who reminds you can't say the words that you're trying to say.
Yep.
Yeah. But let me tell you, Scott, you'd be happy for him. He had this booking. Well, he's got two that he made from his mom in person. And then this other one from Dallas, it was 4 people in a balcony
working on it.
Yeah.
Working on it.
And guess what? It's the same cruise that I told him to put him on our cruise, but he said no, they want to be on Royal Caribbean, Go figure.
Yeah, they want a balcony, they want 4 people in a room. So I sent the quote. So let's hope that they get back to us.
Nice.
They're from
and speaking, you were talking about Rob, right? When you were doing those videos on the Glory with Rob, I enjoyed them so much, right? And the one thing I thought to myself was, Rob really like took his cue from you, right? Like he really just kind of like sat there. I think it just really flowed well, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Oh yeah, you and Eddie are gonna be flowing on the 26 on the Prima, because guess what? I'm gonna interview y'all too. And I don't give questions out, do I?
Nope.
I don't give questions.
You shoot from the hip.
I shoot from the hip.
And it's all one take.
Yes,
all of her stuff is done in one take.
Yeah,
oh my God.
Jackie,
I'm ready.
Jackie.
I don't know though. If I'm in a video, it's gonna be like 127 takes.
It might be a long pour in between. So,
yeah, I don't.
Big one too.
I tell people, I do. The people I interview, I said, like Dre and Michelle, everybody. I never.
It's just a natural conversation.
I never give questions out.
Yeah,
never.
All righty, guys. Well, welcome into the morning show. We are your morning team.
I still not giving my name out.
Right. This is Cheryl with Cruising is Fun Anytime. And we are so happy that you have joined the show today, especially on the replay. If you are here for the replay, please type in the word hashtag replay. That way we know that you were here.
Just call me
for those of you that are here in the meantime and in between time, welcome into the live stream.
Me and Eddie talking, and so that means that Scott's going to put us in timeout.
First up,
and nobody's going to be able to hear us.
First up in the chat is Cruising on the High Seas and Travel. Good morning.
Rob.
Good morning.
And speaking of Rob, he has a question for today. When you are booking your travel, do you do it on your own or with a travel advisor? Let us all know in the chat, in the comments section below. That's a good question.
Well, I can tell you, I always use travel.
Yep. I use a travel agent also.
But you know what, guys? Let me tell you, y'all know both of these people right here as travel people. So they're just pulling your leg.
Using a travel agent.
This guy.
Yes. Yeah. Yo, Brooklyn in the house. Eddie Lugo Studios has made it in. Good morning.
And he's the union rep.
Yep.
He tells me when I can take off and when I can't take off.
That's
and
right.
I'm telling you, these I haven't gotten used to this hours. These people.
We've been doing this how long? About a year now. You haven't got used to it.
No, I haven't.
I think it is a year coming up too. We need to find out when we started this thing. That way we could have a 1 year celebration.
Oh, on a Friday night.
Yeah, let's
So
start.
When I was on the one, we came up on the 100th episode that I've been on while I was on the Wonder.
Right.
Oh, so we've missed our 100th episode.
Well, no, I was talking about the 1 year anniversary celebration and the show of
That's what he's
Go
talking
Live
about.
Together.
That's what he's talking about.
Well, you guys were doing the show before I was on it.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Right.
Well,
With
we
Z.
missed it.
You guys were doing it with Z.
Yeah, but we missed it.
Yeah, so that was like, I don't remember how many episodes either, but yeah.
Right.
But you've done at least 100 episodes or more than 100 episodes with me. So.
Yep.
Well, we can go bananas and just pretend like.
Oh no, YouTube keeps those records for us. Traveling with Tinkerbell. Good morning and welcome in.
Good morning, Jackie. I enjoyed y'all's show last night, and now this is Alice. Alice has evolved, and she's putting pictures and things on her little. She's using graphics, and so I like graphics. And Jackie had graphics. She showed the old San Juan. Well, just go ahead on with the show.
Well, listen, Jackie, I just wanted to let you know that in case, not that I think that you ever did, but in case you were ever wondering if Scott from the Muster Drill was still hanging around through the entire show, watching the entire thing, I would just like to say to you, right before you ended the show last night, I heard what you said. I heard what you said, and this is the only thing I have to say about it.
Butter toast.
Yeah, it must have been butter toast.
It was butter toast.
Okay. Well,
you were on your way home.
Well, that'll work. And speaking of food, we got a donation of fresh fruit in the chat from Scott McNeil. Good morning.
Good morning.
So, Hammer.
And we also got Cruising is Fun Anytime has joined the chat.
Oh man, I did the right channel.
Hey, babe.
Texas.
That's right. And speaking of Scott, we got Scott from Controversial Cruising has made it in. Good morning.
What's up?
Good morning.
Mike and Rihanna's Adventures have made it in.
Yeah.
Allied reinforcements have arrived from the north.
Ooh.
And Rihanna, she be on it. I'm just putting a pat on the back to the women.
Yeah.
Men, y'all be trying to rule.
And
into.
it is 21 degrees Fahrenheit and partly cloudy in the north this morning.
God. Wait, watch this. Watch Scott.
37.
And he's
I thought you said 70 something.
and he's cold.
In the house, like on the first floor of the house, it was 73 degrees here this morning. I was like frozen.
No, that'll work right there.
No, 73. Listen, I'm like a Floridian. When it gets to 73 degrees in Florida, those people got coats on. That's me.
That's pitiful.
Yep. Hey, friend, Antoinette at Fun has made it in.
Oh,
Good
she
morning.
had a good show last night too.
Yeah.
And she got something from At Home with Lisa.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she did that.
No, you're more like a Puerto Rican.
Yeah, that was really good. That was really
80s
good.
and 90s in Puerto Rico. That's what you need.
I know. So like when Keith had, I think it was Keith, when Keith had reported last night that yesterday's high had been 90 degrees, and Beth looked at me and she was like, "Oh, how about that?" I'm like, "That's what I'm talking about right there."
Oh God.
Wellness with Frugal Mama has made it in. Good morning.
And she's Tammy's sorority sister.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and that's why I get up to support her, you know, on the TV. I have to watch her on the TV because I can't do the
Good morning to the Gaylors. Welcome in.
Good morning, John.
Journeys with June and Brady have made it in. Good morning.
And I have been stepping on his foot every time he tried to put it down.
Yep.
June, I just want you to say.
If it's not at least 700 degrees, he's not happy.
Oh, wow.
Holy.
Not.
Oh, my Lord.
Yeah, Facebook user has made it in. Hello. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hi.
Will G, working and listening. Good morning.
Good
Welcome
morning.
in.
We have a lot of banter this morning, you know, because we're trying to keep me and Scott up.
Yes.
So
Marjorie has made it to the show. Good morning.
Good morning, Marjorie.
And let's see who else is coming. Oh, snap. House of X Entertainment Inc. has made it in. Good morning.
Good morning.
That's right. The party don't start until you guys make it.
Right.
The mother and daughter duo has made it in. Hello.
Good morning.
Welcome in. And let's see. Oh, snap. Somebody got a super chat. Hold on.
I think it was you guys.
Is that us? Okay, wait a minute. Hang on.
Right.
We got to send a
Hey,
We got
a super chat.
from you
And you.
and you.
Thank you.
yes.
Oh, that's cute. Who
Thank
did
you, Rob.
that? Who did that?
That's Rob.
No, I'm talking about who did the super chat thing.
You guys.
What are you looking for? I don't know. I don't really know what
That was your twin, Cheryl.
Okay, that was
Oh,
my
And Jeremy's twin.
Okay, because it wasn't me. That was just
Yeah, it was Rob.
I don't know,
So
but
who
No, I'm
looked
talking
a
about who
lot like
did
you.
that super chat thing.
did the super chat was us.
How do you know?
It was us on the screen.
It might not have been.
It was us.
Listen, last night when they were doing Across the Waves, right, about San Juan,
Yes.
and when they were first started talking about it, and I was sitting here watching it, I put it on the TV, right? You
Me
know,
too.
it's an important show when I put it on the TV,
Yeah.
right? So I was watching it here on the TV, and they were talking about San Juan, and I was like, and they were talking about the different things that were there, and I was like, yeah, and the busiest Walgreens you've ever seen in your life, right? That there ever was, right? And then the next thing you know, Alice was like, and then there's a Walgreens. They were talking about how it takes like 30 to 45 minutes to check out when you buy your stuff in a Walgreens. I'm like, yes.
Yeah.
We had a whole interview with
do not even
Tinkerbell.
We did. We talked to
The
Tinkerbell.
family went to Walgreens
Mhm.
and we had a whole conversation with Tinkerbell while they went to Walgreens. And by the time we made it to them, they were coming out.
Exactly. So that is
Yeah.
a true statement.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is.
Crazy.
Glow Bees Travels. First of all, welcome into the show.
yes.
Good
welcome.
morning. And if you are a content creator, we would love to connect with you. And so does everybody else here in the chat. Please type in the word #creator, #ELS, or #TMD for Nightbot to drop your link. That way all of us can check out your channel and hopefully you can make some connections here on the show.
Because welcome. And everybody that's in this chat are true cruise and travel people.
Well, not everybody, because we have a mesh of people here.
I know we have a mesh.
Yep.
And then, like, if you want to exercise, go with Wellness with the Frugal Mama.
Mhm.
I exercise with her. I put it on the TV and I exercise. So I can't type in the chat, but I'm there. But
yeah, Globees Travels. Check them out.
Yes, please.
And then the Z Show Cruise Fund came in with good morning content creators. Breaking news. The Carnival Jubilee has successfully finished her sea trials, and Carnival should receive the greatest cruise ship of all time, December 23rd.
In Texas.
In Delaware.
No, that's fake news.
That's fake news.
The astute tourist has made it in. Good morning, Jimmy.
Good morning, Jimmy.
Good morning.
And Jimmy, I'm gonna go back this weekend and watch all the shows for this week.
Mm-hmm.
Reason being, the kids get up at your time to get dressed for school.
Mm-hmm.
And I used to be able to put it on and walk away, but I can't do that now because they spend most of their morning messing with Alexa. And each one, each one, I'm sorry, wait. Each
Those
one.
of you who don't know, okay, my co-host down here, she often in the pre-show has my Echo going crazy because she asks hers to do something and I don't have that same device or whatever. So then mine starts going through this big long thing about how it doesn't know what that device is or never heard of that device before, or there doesn't appear to be a device like that in my device list.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And I'm sorry.
Mayhem.
Journeys with June and Brady have answered Rob's question of the day.
Okay.
It says, on Carnival, we always use the Carnival PVP. We have had the same one for about 15 years. Yeah, that is dedication right there.
Yep.
Yes.
And Mona did what is in
Good
the chat.
morning,
Hello,
Mona.
welcome in.
Oh, good morning, Mona. And her and the yellow shirt.
Yellow shirt dad.
Yes. They do a lot of collaborations, and the joke guy.
Yep.
They do a lot of collaborations.
Any Finn is possible has made it back in. Hello, welcome in.
Good
I'm
morning.
going fishing soon as the weather
Yep.
do whatever.
Oh snap, we got to behave. Elizabeth has made it in. Good morning.
Good morning.
babe.
Hey, babe.
Yep. Traveling with Tinkerbell has come through with something for you here, Scott. Butter bagel.
Oh,
No, seriously, I was sitting over here on the sofa, and when she said that, I pointed up to the TV last night. I was like, hey.
Yep. If it's not at least 7,700 degrees, he's not happy.
I know. Yeah. Do us all.
Listen, I gotta be warm. I gotta be comfortable. Okay, gotta be comfortable.
Ben, I'm gonna tell you where it's located. He has a little baby mini heater. Take it and break it or hide it.
I even told her, I was like, listen, if you ever get, a little cool in the basement or whatever, it's right over here in the studio. You're welcome to borrow it. She was like, no, I'm good, thanks. I'm like, okay.
Jennifer from Embarkation Nation has joined us. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hey, Jennifer.
Look, we're just starting. See, we just got up to 76. We're on our way to 77. Oh, we just got to 77. Now it'll run until it's about 78 or 79 because it usually goes like 2 degrees over. And it'll shut off and it'll be a wonderful world in here.
A wonderful world.
Mike and Rana said there was a lot of bananas in their segment last night.
Oh, wow. You know what? I noticed that.
Well,
Oh, snap. We got
Canadians and Spanish. kind of like Pennsylvanians and Spanish.
Right.
Speaking of Canadians, Kevin has just made it in from Tuber Chat. Good morning. Welcome in.
What's up?
Hey, Kevin.
And thank you for that share.
That's right.
The Mustard Drill has made it into the chat. Good morning.
Where? I love that guy.
Hey, you know what? I just realized that I missed a step this morning.
Well,
Orange Cone Vlog, Butter Biscuit.
Butter biscuit. I
Butter
know
biscuit.
that's right. I need
Yes.
some butter biscuit.
Butter biscuit.
Yep, Butter Biscuit.
Biscuits with butter?
No, butter biscuit.
Elizabeth says, I prefer blankets. Wait a minute. Hold on. I missed that. Here it goes. Boom.
Yeah.
I prefer blankets. Meanwhile, he prefers sweating.
Yeah.
Hell.
I don't sweat. I don't sweat, and my co-hosts know that, right?
Right,
Because
right.
they
No sweat.
Sweat was pouring off of them. They were constantly wiping all of this sweat off of them.
Yep.
I was fascinated at how they could be sweating when I was sitting there with dry skin and
He
comfort.
was.
Yep.
He
You're an
was.
alien.
Dry as a bone.
I'm
You are
serious.
an alien.
Yes, I'm telling you, Scott's telling the truth. It was so hot, but he was just cool and calm
Yep.
as anything.
As a cucumber.
And we were just
I need to live in Ecuador, I think.
Oh, snap. Tripping with Dre and Michelle have made it in. Good morning.
good morning. I was just talking about y'all.
Yep.
Just talking about y'all.
And honey butter biscuits.
Oh my God, that's so good.
It is.
Mm.
If they didn't close our church's chicken down, I'm still sore about that.
Mm.
I don't care. We got to go out, off the island to get church's chicken.
We got to go off the island to get a lot of things.
Yeah, we do. Mm. Okay, we are all caught up in the chat, which means
It
it
took
is
us a
now
long time.
time
Y'all are
for
behind.
shenanigans. Hang on. Yep. And let's see. Today we have a visitor in town, and it is none other than, I think that says the Carnival Breeze. It's a little far off in the distance, but hey, it's a cruise ship. Who cares?
Yeah, who cares?
That's right. Today we are waking up to 61 degrees with 97% humidity and cloudy. If you are sailing away today on the Breeze, your sail away forecast is going to be only 66 degrees with 81% humidity and mostly cloudy.
Yeah.
There may be a slight chance for rain today. Not sure. Right now it's just saying 5%, but I don't know. Everything is subject to change. They say if you don't like the weather in Texas, wait
Stick
5
around.
minutes.
Yep.
It will change. And that is a true statement.
Mhm.
Wait a minute. Do you see Mike and Miranda said they have a church's chicken and medicine hat? No, you
No, you
don't.
don't.
Nice.
Wait. You don't even know about church's chicken. Stop that nonsense.
Yeah. The only church's chicken I've ever been to is in Petersburg, Virginia, which is just south of Richmond.
Mm.
So
I don't know.
Church's chicken. Well, they
King,
don't even eat chicken.
King Morgan has made it into the chat. Good morning.
Good morning.
I wonder if Key West has one, because you know that they like don't kill chickens there. They say it's not legal to kill the chickens, but how do they sell fried chicken in Key West?
I don't know. They probably eat that conch stuff.
And let's see. We woke up to 47 degrees.
Oh,
Yeah, that's up in Detroit, ain't it?
yeah. I
Yeah,
think so.
Detroit. And let's see. We sure do have a church's chicken. Okay.
Get out. I never would have thought they would have had a church's chicken in Canada.
no, not at churches, right? Like, something else, Popeyes or something like that, but not churches.
Cruise Nuts has made it in. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
That's such a cute couple.
Does anybody want to try this banana word of the day from Ross?
Pneumonia or something.
No more ultra microscopic volcano.
It's the banana.
I'm not even sure if Ross can pronounce it. He can paste it, but I don't know if he can copy and paste it, but I don't know if he can even say it. He might be able to, though.
No more ultra microscopic volcano osis.
Mm.
Holy
Ooh.
mama.
There it is.
Mm.
All right. Journeys with Jude and Brady says we have a church's chicken in Winston-Salem, North Carolina.
Okay.
We got to go.
What? We going there.
Yeah, we got to go.
Yeah, we're going there. Not for the church's chicken, but because I want to go to Winston-Salem.
I've been through it a few times.
Yeah,
Really?
I've been through it a few times.
Really? Did y'all stop and do some of the tourist stuff?
No.
Come on, Dre. You don't hurt me like that, man. Do not hurt me like this. Tripping with Dre and Michelle says we have a church's chicken on every block. Every church is selling chicken dinners after church.
Oh, stop.
That makes sense.
I love it.
Yeah,
Yep.
I can understand that.
We have Jennifer. We have them here, but it has caught fire twice.
Oh, wow.
Yep. Ivy has made it in. Hello, good morning.
Hi,
Welcome.
Ivy.
Good morning, Ivy, and thank you for stopping by. Greatly appreciate you being here.
Yes, we do.
Okay, so I am going to leave this screen right here. We are all caught up in the chat, which means that it is now time for Jeremy to struggle with words.
Okay, come on.
And straight out the gate, in 42 BCE,
What is that?
before Christ existed.
Christ. Yeah.
Okay, come on.
Maybe.
Maybe. That's a maybe.
I know we looked it up before. The last time you asked this question, do you remember the response?
No, I don't listen to y'all.
Tiberius, the second Roman emperor and the adopted son of Augustus, was born. In 1272, British monarchy Henry III died at the age of 65. In 1632, Swedish King Gustav II Adolf died during the Battle of Lutzen. Though his forces were victorious, his cause was skillfully directed by his chief advisor, Axel Oxenstierna.
Okay, now tell them what the
That's
BC
In
means.
1776, Saint Eustatius became the first foreign government to recognize the fledgling United States
Okay, make a commercial break.
before Common Era.
Okay, there you go.
In 1836, Kalakaua, the
No.
Kalakaua,
Bananas.
the last king and second to last monarch of Hawaii, was born. In 1855, British explorer David Livingstone was the first European to see Victoria Falls.
They got something in parentheses.
Masiatuna. Masiatuna.
Mm.
In 1922, Portuguese novelist José Saramago, who won the 1998 Nobel Prize for Literature, was born.
He looks smart.
In 1960, actor Clark Gable, who epitomized the American ideal of masculinity for 3 decades and was known as the King of Hollywood, died of a heart attack days after finishing work on The Misfits.
Mm.
Wow.
In 1973, the Trans-Alaska Pipeline Authorization Act was signed by U.S. President Richard Nixon. The pipeline, which connects the oil fields of Prudhoe Bay
Bananas.
in northern Alaska
Bananas.
with the harbor of Valdez, became operational 4 years later.
Mm.
And finally, in 2006, American economist Milton Friedman, who was a leading proponent of monetarism and won the 1976 Nobel Prize for Economics, died at the age of 94.
Mm.
And that will do it for On This Day in History. That's
Oh,
right.
I like that.
That's
And
right.
Antoinette, last night you were talking about you wanted a soundboard like the muster drill. You get with him and he can tell you because tell you about it. They sell them on Amazon.
Amazon.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
And they're not that expensive. The one that I wanted wasn't that expensive for me and Jackie.
Okay, anybody want to try this one?
Eddie.
Desestablimentariums. Eso.
Mm.
All right. Shanster Travels, good morning. Welcome
Good morning,
in.
beautiful.
Good morning.
The astute tourist, I struggle with all the words in the news when I report them. I know that's just terrible.
It's just the way it is.
Yep.
Mm.
It's the way it bounces.
Okay, here we go. So,
Oh, lordy, lordy.
yep.
Mhm. And
Cruising-
can you imagine us 4 being on the cruise together? Just
baby.
just us 4. I'm gonna be the paparazzi. Y'all gonna see stuff that y'all probably not gonna. Your eyes are not gonna be ready for.
Mm.
I just
I can't wait, but I'm definitely spiking your drinks and your food to keep you from napping all day.
Oh shit! So I nap on drinks.
Right? She naps on coffee.
I do. Just give me a cup of coffee and I'm
There were a
out.
few times when they came to our cabin, we were doing the morning show, that I had to hit Cheryl to wake her up.
I'd be sleepy.
She'd be back there going like this to Jeremy, and all of a sudden she's going. But
Chanster is, I think she is asking what cruise is this, and I think she might be asking what cruise we're all going on.
Oh, that would be the Norwegian Prima. We are leaving out of Galveston, Texas, January 26th.
Yeah.
For 7 days. For 7 days.
In about 70 days, yeah.
And see, it really started because, Eddie and Alice thought they were going to make babies on the cruise. But, I said, not happening.
No.
And then Scott felt left out. So, so he wants to go on cruise with us. And so guess what? It's going to be hilarious. I can't tell you. It's going to be hilarious. Us four.
Oh, snap. Mike just sent me a picture of the church's chicken in Medicine Hat.
Oh,
that'll work. Savage Batman, good morning. Welcome in.
Good morning.
Mike, I don't think it's not that we didn't believe you. It's just church. You have to understand something about churches.
Well,
right?
they changed their name to Church's Texas Chicken.
Here.
Okay,
yeah,
but Churches is Churches is very particular in where they are located. They are
Right.
not just they don't just build everywhere like Popeyes does, right?
Right.
So Medicine Hat just seems like a very unusual place for them to be. Not that we didn't believe you. It's just very unusual. So.
Yep.
Yes.
All right. Well, we are all caught up in the chat, which means that it is now time for Scott to bring us the cruise and travel industry news.
Yes.
good morning, Cruise News with Scott.
And Church's Chicken.
Okay, so I could say Carnival announces Church's Chicken for older ships now. Carnival passenger banned for life due to prohibited item.
Oh, no.
Oh no.
All right, and here comes my bananas moment, right? Melinda Van Velhusen, a loyal member of the Carnival Cruise Line's very important Fun Person program, who receives priority boarding as a perk for her many sailings with the cruise line, will never again set sail on any fun ship.
Oh.
Van Velhusen has been banned for life for attempting to bring along CBD gummies.
Oh.
The gummies, which she claimed to use as an occasional sleep aid, were in her backpack. When going through security, they spotted the item and pulled her aside in the port of Miami for further questioning.
Oh wow.
The gummies were legally purchased online, and while CBD is conditionally legal in Florida, items must have less than 0.3% THC to be legal. And Van Veldhusen gummies were only at 0.01%, well below the legal threshold. Carnival Cruise Line, however, bans all CBD products regardless of the regulation, laws, or restrictions from home ports in different states. Any illegal narcotic, synthetic, designer drug, any medical marijuana, all illegal, while certain CBD products used for medicinal purposes may be legal in the U.S., they are not legal in all the ports we visit, and therefore are also considered prohibited items. Carnival Cruise Line brand ambassador John Heald has addressed the issue several times on his popular Facebook page in response to guests' comments and concerns. In line with the strict rules of the United States Customs and Border Protection, marijuana, medical marijuana, and its oil-based forms are not allowed to be brought onto the ship.
That's right.
The incident happened aboard the Carnival Horizon, sailing an 8-night Southern Caribbean cruise. So, what does a ban mean? Well, it says here that Van Veldhuisen was notified of her lifetime ban via a letter from the cruise line. The letter will confirm her discussion with the Carnival Cruise Line's Horizon personnel, where you were informed that you will be debarked from the vessel and not permitted to sail on board Carnival Cruise vessels in the future. The decision was based on our actions on the current cruise, which were a violation of the ship's rules, inferred with the safety and/or enjoyment of other guests on the ship, or caused harm to Carnival. While the language of the letter is quite generalized, and Van Veldhuisen's specific violation was not mentioned, the intent of the letter is clear that she will not be permitted on board any Carnival cruise in the future. So, and I'm going to get into this a little bit further when we get to the question of the day, because I have a little bit more elaboration on it, but it is very interesting. And we'll see how, it all unfolds. Again, don't want to reveal what I want to mention from a personal standpoint about it, but we'll get to it. So moving on. Newest Carnival ship completes sea trials with great results.
Texas.
There is much jubilation at the Meyer Werft shipyard today, as well as throughout Carnival Cruise Lines, with the announcement that the Carnival Jubilee has completed her sea trials and is one critical step closer to welcoming guests on board. The ship's sea trials rigorously tested all of her technical and operational systems, including navigation, propulsion, turning, braking, stabilization, emergency responses, and more. The tests have been conducted in the North Sea over the past 10 days with a full team of engineers, technicians, and officers on board. We've made great strides, and I'm very proud of the team that has made this possible and implemented it. It says here, the ship has already returned to her berth in Elms Haven at the mouth of the Ems River. And to reach the North Sea from the shipyard, Carnival Jubilee had to complete a complex and challenging conveyance down the river, which was accomplished with the great skill and expertise of local pilots. Carnival Jubilee is now undergoing finishing work on interior details such as artwork, lighting, flooring, and other features that must be completed for the ship to be ready to welcome her first guests on December 23rd, 2023 in Galveston, Texas.
That's right, baby.
Very soon, the vessel will be officially handed over to Carnival Cruise Lines, a delivery ceremony that marks the change of ownership from the ship to the cruise line. At that time, the ship will formally become the 26th ship in the Carnival fleet and the third vessel in the XL class, joining her sister ships Mardi Gras and Carnival Celebration. The ship will need to move from Europe to Texas before she begins sailing. Her arrival in Galveston will be heralded with great fanfare, including the presence of cruise line executives to officially welcome the ship.
And that's the way the news goes.
That's right. That's right.
And I want to put a plug in for Super Chat. If you haven't gone over and subscribed to his channel, please check it out because he helps us connect to one another. And I'm telling you, I have paranormal, I have homestead people, I have knitting people like myself. And I mean, just scoot on over there to his channel. Hey, Nettie and JT.
Yeah, good morning, Nettie and JT. Welcome in. And
so I have so two people have come and joined us for the first time today. They were sent by Miracles and Mayhem.
That'll work.
Yes.
So I wanted to thank Miracles and Mayhem for sending them over, and that is Ivy and hold on a second. Sorry, Savage Batman.
Yeah.
So so thank you very much to the two of you for being here. Appreciate it.
And Ivy says, I've always been afraid to go on a cruise. The thought of being in the middle of nowhere makes me anxious, but at the same time, it must be an amazing adventure.
Oh my God.
There's absolutely positively nothing like it.
We live to cruise and we cruise to live.
Yes.
That's what we do.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yes.
And each one of us have a different cruise line that we really enjoy cruising.
Yep.
You know, each one of us, and I'm telling you, and the people that are on this panel, they are proficient in the cruise line that they like to cruise.
Mhm.
You know,
I'm pretty sure you can tell which cruise line we like. I represent.
Listen, I will cruise any cruise line.
Me too.
There are some ones I prefer, right? But a cruise is, a fantastic way to spend a week or longer. And I don't care who's running the ship. I'm there.
I'm there.
And Orange Cone Vlog has presented a banana that I can actually get through. Well, isn't that just supercalifragilisticexpialidocious?
Oh yeah, you can do that. Bam.
No, that was not a banana. That was smooth right there.
Well done, German spoken
Yes.
words, Jeremy.
Okay, so it looks like we are about to get into the question of the day. There are some
Already answers.
Yeah, there's some answers here. So let's have it, Scott. Should pot be permitted of onboard cruise ships?
Okay, so obviously, where the inspiration for today's question came, and I don't want to go too, I don't want to go down the rabbit hole too much on it, right? But here's the deal, right? The story I read today, okay, we're talking about gummies.
Yep.
In my opinion, okay, a gummy isn't necessarily going to affect others on the ship the way, if somebody was actually smoking pot, right? So, very, very easily, people smoking pot could very easily affect other people around them. Like, in ways that, being, I don't know, annoyed by a drunk guy or something like that could never affect them, right? So there's two parts of this. So one of it, I think to myself, I really wholeheartedly believe, in my opinion, that at some point in time, the federal government is going to join the rest of the growing number of states. Okay. To my absolute astonishment, Ohio, our neighbor here to the west, right? Very red state, right? So Ohio just legalized recreational marijuana, right? Pennsylvania just took its first step to legalize medical marijuana, and the dispensaries popped up almost overnight everywhere. My wife and I, we were joking, we were driving down this road and I saw this building that was never there before with a big line of people standing outside of it. And I was like, I wonder what those people are doing. Anyway, I won't get into that. But anyway, we were laughing about it. But so what I'm saying is like when the federal government legalizes it, okay, then there you're going to be right now. The cruise lines could still take the position that maybe some of the ports they're going to, or at least one of the ports they're going to, and then they would still have that same position. What if that was not the case? Then you have to ask yourself, well, all those people who got banned for it, will that ban be lifted? Right? Because if it's no longer a violation of the rule, then you'd think to yourself they would have to lift that. But the problem I think is, and I guess maybe like the expansion of the question is, if you knew that you could be sitting anywhere breathing in secondhand smoke and then potentially get high yourself because you're breathing it in, would that affect how you cruised or if you cruised at all again? So,
Eddie?
The smoking kind of vapor and smoke kind of stuff? No. Get the stuff out of there. I mean, when it comes to medical stuff, if it's approved by a doctor, things might get a little bit more down to business. That's something that the cruise lines will have to work out. But to see you smoking around like there's nothing going on, I don't like that. And it's like I seen people vaping in the cruises. I seen people smoke outside areas where they're not supposed to, and they still do it anyway. You know, some people they just have to have it no matter what. So unfortunately, there will always be someone out there that will not listen to the rules and will try to do their own thing, and it will damage the advantage for some other people that really want to do the right thing. But then again, that's going to be all up to the cruise lines to deal with. I don't like to be in a room where I got to deal with it. I hate going through a casino if they're smoking because the smell of it bothers me. I did smoke when I was in high school. I don't smoke anymore. I don't drink anymore. So I stay away from that stuff as much as possible. But there's nothing I could do about it. You know, sometimes you just got to deal with the chances of going through it and just deal with it. So we'll see.
You want me to go next?
Yes.
Okay. Here we go. I'd rather not have the smoke, but the gummies is okay. And I just found out today through Scott's reporting that gummies have THC in it. I didn't know that. So the gummies, I don't have a problem with. And I don't know why they would get in trouble with gummies because it's no smell. You're just putting it in your mouth and eating it like candy, correct? Okay. So the candy part is okay. I mean, the gummies are okay on a ship. On a ship, what you do at your home, I could care less because in our family, it's a recreational thing, and because they don't do it around me, it's okay, you know, because they just don't do it.
It doesn't
around.
affect her.
It doesn't affect me.
Right.
You know, it's like we're going home in 6 days or so for Thanksgiving, whenever Thanksgiving is.
Yeah.
And I know the young kids are going to be, they're not young, they're grown-ups with children and grandkids. So I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. You know, you do what you want to do at home, but when you come on the ships on Carnival, they got dogs.
Yes, they do.
Sniffing dogs, and they have them on the port, and they have them also on the ship at some ports. You know, so it's what you do. It's what you do.
Yep. And you know, they for me, if they catch you sneaking alcohol onto the ship, what do? They confiscate it and they let you sail. Okay, they do. If they catch you with an iron or something that will catch the ship on fire, what do? They confiscate it and they let you sail anyway. Okay, so I don't know that this should be any different. I do know that if the question was asked, would you rather deal with a drunk person or a pothead? My answer is a pothead, because the attitude from a drunk person is going to differ
Belligerent.
a whole lot than a pothead. So yeah, I would rather deal with weed smokers versus drunk people, if that's the question you're really asking. But yeah, as far as the cruise lines changing rules and, you know, based on this, based on that, based on legalities, okay, well, alcohol is legal. People are sneaking it onto the ship and they turn a blind eye to it. That's what they do.
Right.
Yeah.
Every sailing. Matter of fact, there are things that they sell on Amazon that allow you to sneak alcohol.
Yeah, right. I mentioned this a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
I'm astonished. I'm astonished at how much energy is being put into developing products that will allow you to sneak alcohol onto cruise ships.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah,
They
really.
just,
And I think I would agree with you as well as a kind of like a baked high, you know, kind of person, you know, would be way easier to deal with
Than a drunk person.
than a drunk person, right? Especially
Right
if they were a drunk jerk,
Yeah.
right? So yeah.
You pay extra money to get that way on those ships, and then when you get into a fight, they're collecting more money in fines, and they're banning the people anyway. So I don't know. That is, if you're asking about the attitudes, definitely I would rather
And it's
deal
legal
with that.
in New
But
York.
it looks like there's been a lot of interesting comments about it here.
First up was
So-
Shanster Travels says it is legal here in Michigan. I think the gummies and pens should be allowed. Things that don't carry the smell over or the smoke over to affect others.
Yeah, and Shanster also said too that she had never gotten high off of somebody's secondary smoke from it, and I would agree. You'd have to be around it, but certainly somebody would say something about having done so. But.
Yeah, and Elizabeth says, so why do we smell pot all the time on Carnival, especially during spring break?
We smell pot. We smell pot on the ships all the time.
Yeah, we do too.
And let me see. Okay, here we go. The Gaylor says, on our Venezia cruise, many bragged about what they were able to bring on the ship, as well as the group that were smoking in the main theater. The dog was on that cruise, left at our first stop.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so that's the thing I noticed too. Right before I got on Venezia at the end of August, I had noticed on somebody else's video or whatever, somebody else was vlogging from it, and I had noticed that they had showed the dog. So I looked for the dog everywhere when I was on there. I never saw the dog on my sailing.
And Gaylor said a new dog was brought on board, so they traded out the dogs. Yep. Ivy says if it's illegal, it's illegal, but they should have a place on the ship where you can smoke so you don't bother other passengers. I don't smoke, and honestly, I don't want to smell that day and night.
Yeah, right.
Yep. No special brownies on the ships. That is right. That is right.
I kind of agree too, right? Like gummies wouldn't hurt anybody.
Yeah,
not like secondary smoke would, you know.
Exactly.
Yeah, you just can't bring. Oh, snap! There's a super sticker. Who is that for?
That's probably for you.
Oh my goodness!
I don't know how to do a
one.
super sticker.
Hey,
we got
a super chat.
from you
And you.
and you.
Thank you.
Why
Thank you
y'all
for
didn't
that,
tell me
Rob.
my hair was messed up on that video?
It's not. It's
Oh.
not. You listen, Cheryl. You have 1,000 hairstyles. I love them all.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
But my hair was a mess on that one.
Yep.
So I can appreciate having hair.
Oh,
Orange Cone says no pot anywhere and everywhere. In my opinion, due to being highly allergic to it.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it's an allergy issue, I could see that being a big problem. Shanster, I bought some in Alaska on the Alaska cruise, LOL, but they had smoke shops in every port. But there are a lot of people that don't like the smell. So if there is no smell, I don't see the problem.
Yeah, if it's no smell, I don't have a problem if it's no smell.
Yep.
You know, and the kids, they usually go outside, and I say kids, they grown people with grandkids. They go outside, you know.
Yep. No one has overdosed on CBD.
No.
Nope. And yeah, Gaylor says, and look at all the same states trying to ban cigarettes.
Oh yeah.
Yep. And yep.
This was a good question.
It was.
It must have been something Beth came up with.
No. I say it all the time. I say to her all the time, "What's tomorrow's question?" She's like, So I have to come up with these on my own sometimes.
Journeys with June and Brady says, when and if it becomes federally legalized, then yes, no different than cigarettes.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
This is the first time that I've heard Carnival kind of expand on it and say, well, it's illegal in this one port that we're going to. So therefore, it seems like they are determined to make sure it stays off the ship.
And Cruise Nut says CBD pineapples. Hey,
They make that.
you can make CBD anything.
I know. I saw in what's that port that we going to with Eddie? Key West.
Yep.
In 2024. Now I did see those things, but I saw them on YouTube videos because we saw them before we went to Key West. So, you know, in Key West, it's legal. You know,
Well, listen, when Colorado was the very first state to do this,
yes.
right? I watched this big, huge, long documentary on it. It was very fascinating by it, right? And you know, so I remember one of the things that they talked about in that was that the tourists were coming in and they were getting an edible and they were ignoring the label that said don't eat this whole thing, right? And then that the emergency rooms and hospitals in these locations were experiencing a very significant increase in tourists visiting it because they ignored the label and they ate too much, right?
Yep.
So, and now as more and more states legalize it for recreational use, I see one of two things is happening. Either that is still happening in all these places, but they're just not reporting it anymore, or as awareness becomes more, commonplace, that people are, paying attention to the labels and that they're not being so, irresponsible with it. So,
yep. Scott McNeil says, make one ship for a smoking cruise. Make it be one of the older ships. I'll be the captain.
And that is true, Scott. Let me tell you, if they can do the nude cruise, they can do the
smoking cruise.
Yeah.
Okay, well, here's another perspective here. Controversial Cruising says the problem then becomes when guests give gummies to the crew members who don't know any better or haven't experienced it. That is where the problem lies, and it's happened before.
You know what? That is a good point.
Yep.
That is a good point.
All right. Well,
that's a very good point.
That will work. And Carnival is not playing. You're right, Antoinette. That
they're not playing because they got dogs.
They do. They got dogs, and you can't bring it. It's in your cruise contract. You can't bring it, and if you do, yeah,
you got to read that cruise contract because they got every.
Oh yeah,
policy.
and I got to tell Rob's story too. Okay, while we're talking about band items, his friend bought a bottle of wine in Toronto at the airport. It was I think 18% alcohol. When they got to the cruise terminal, they took that $100 bottle of wine and kept it. They did not return it. Nothing. They just collected it. That was it.
That was
and
wrong.
Did not let him sail with that one bottle of wine that they said that he could bring onto the ship because of the assumed percentage of alcohol that it had in it.
Well, and I think I heard you guys talking about that, and I meant to mention it, but I forgot about it or whatever. But that's the problem, right? I have always said this. People either ignore it or they laugh about it or whatever. But listen, any alcohol, like I always say, like Canadian beer is like moonshine, right?
Right.
It is super alcoholic, right?
Right.
And it's just that difference. And I'm sure that wine from Canada just had a much higher alcohol percentage than it would from the US. So,
yep. All right. Well,
you guys,
but I don't know if Canadians know this either, but when they make like Canadian beer for Canada and Canadian beer for the US, has two different alcohol contents in it. They make a specific batch of Canadian beer for the US that has lower alcohol in it so that, we can't get hammered off of less beer. So, but.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Nettie and JT. Yes. They are banning CBD creams also that you rub on your knees. Yes. If it's got CBD content in it, you cannot bring it. It's banned. Yeah. Yep.
Wow. And I think that's astonishing because you have to ask yourself on stuff like that, why, right? And the only logical thing would be liability. And I'm thinking to myself, really? Cruise lines, who've written the book on how to not be liable for anything, including the thing that they actually did?
Yeah. I don't know.
Oh, here. Yeah. Okay. Ivy. I'd be more worried about someone bringing a bomb in their suitcase. Screw the wine.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I like that, Ivy.
Right.
That's
check
good.
for bombs.
Yeah.
And oh, by the way, Ivy, I'm gonna check your channel to see if you have an email address available, like in your about or whatever. And if you do, look out for an email from me that will explain a few things on why you can't see all of the chats. So rather than just explain it all here and take up more time when we're already very over on time,
we are over.
I'm just going to send you a quick email and explain it to you and give you some ideas on how you can, bring yourself into the fold on it all, and then you'll understand it and you'll be good in case you decide to come back and join us on another morning.
And also get her to go on a cruise. That's something else you can do.
That is our goal.
Okay, get her to go on a cruise. Okay, read Shanster.
In Europe, you can bring any liquor on the ship at any port and bring it back to your room. No need for the drink packaging there.
Oh my goodness. My goodness.
Yeah, they got different rules over there in Europe.
I like that. Really, I do.
Yep. And they were giving me flack about my my gimbal.
Yeah.
My gimbal has a pistol grip on it, and the lady said, "Can you run?
You had to go through three times.
Run your bag through again." I'm like, "It's a vlogging rig, okay?"
Listen, my backpack always has so much electronic stuff in it. It is always run through a second time of the scanners. They always pull it out, walk it back around, and throw it through again, whether it's the airport or the cruise.
Yeah,
that's what happened to him at port.
That's the deal. You gotta let them run it through. And I opened it. I picked it up. I'm like, this is what you're looking.
Yeah, I've never had them actually open it and want to go through it, but they always run it through a second time. Though
she asked me to pull it out.
Yeah, she asked me to pull it out.
Gotcha.
And I think we were in Cozumel. Was it Cozumel or where? I don't know where it was. It was in another country.
It was in Montego Bay and in Cozumel.
Oh yeah, both places. Yeah. But in Cozumel, you had to do it 3 times.
It was coming back.
I was about
to
leave because I said, "Oh, he didn't got something illegal in his bag." I'm not going to be associated with you.
So Eddie, let's run through these sailings that you've been working on, and then we can tell the people who's coming on YouTube for the remainder of the day after us.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So October 28, 2020, Paula, baby, living out of Tampa on the Carnival Paradise, The Secret 2.0 boost cruise. On a 6-day cruise, we're gonna leave out of Tampa. We're going to Key West, Grand Cayman, and Montego Bay. Please get in touch with Mr. Bruce at Ocean to Ocean Travel to get your cabin. Traveling with Tima will be there. She's gonna take care of the slot pool. House of X will be taking care of Elegant Night. Cruise Nuts will be there. All 4 of us will be there. Alice Lugo Studios will be there too. Ocean to Ocean Travel will be there also. Mike and Rihanna's, they're taking care of Facebook group page where we're going to have all the activities taken care of. It's going to be their first cruise also. They are coming alone. Cruise Nuts is also there. Orange Cone Block will be there also. And many, many, many other people are coming into other channels and other groups. Please get in touch with Bruce at Ocean to Ocean Travel to get your cabin as soon as possible. Thank you, sir.
Booze Cruise 2024. Hosted by Eddie Lugo Studios, out of Tampa, Florida. Port of calls, Key West, Florida. Grand Cayman Island. Montego Bay, Jamaica. Aboard the Carnival Paradise. Join us for this great cruise, October 28th to November 3rd, 2024. Contact Bruce at ocean2oceantravel.com.
By the way, I booked my cabin last night, so we are definitely officially booked into this cruise. I had the $25 down. Now we have a cabin, an access-owned cabin. I'm not going to tell you where I'm at because I don't want to get in trouble. But I'm going to stalk
you on Shipmate.
Oh my Lord. And don't forget, January 26th, 2025, even better cruise. Yes, on the NCO Viva, brand new ship out of San Juan, Puerto Rico, with Alice Lugo Studios and me, of course. And it's gonna be a 7-day, 8-port cruise. Why? Because we live out of Puerto Rico. We're gonna go to the ABC Islands, all three: Aruba, Bonaire, and Curacao. We're gonna hit Punta Cana, Dominican Republic, St. Lucia, St. Kitts, and back to Puerto Rico, baby. So yes. Think about it's already talking about going into this one. Hopefully see Marjorie with us. Hopefully some of these fellows here we get hop in it. And I'll be celebrating my 60th birthday on this cruise. So I am looking forward to it. I am looking forward to whoever comes along to be there with me that evening and enjoy the celebration that we'll be doing on this 7 days, 8 ports. It's going to be excellent. No sea days. It's all port. So we're going to have a lot of running around. So that will definitely be an excellent cruise. And it's in January 26, 2025. So listen to this video.
Caribbean Conquest 2025. Hosted by Eddie and Alice Lugo Studios, out of San Juan, Puerto Rico. Aboard the Norwegian Viva. Ports of call: Aruba, Bonaire, Curacao, Punta Cana, Dominican Republic, St. Lucia, St. Kitts. Come join us for this great cruise. January 26th, February 2nd, 2025. Contact Bruce at ocean2oceantravel.com.
That's right, baby. That's right.
Yes. Beautiful ports.
Yes.
Two of the ports I haven't been, and I'm really torn. You know, I'm torn. Like
torn.
Yep.
Golly, that's some. Please contact Bruce, because second one, I'm telling you, some great ports.
We've been to ABC,
and Scott has some good. Well, when he was vlogging and putting it out there, he has some stuff out there on these exotic ports. So go to his channel and watch it, because I
have more stuff coming. Just hang in there.
Y'all wait for it.
Otherwise, catch him when he or us are live and he's on a sailing. That way you can get the live version.
Yeah, that's the flip side of it, right? I am when I'm on the ships and stuff like that, which is often. I'm usually going live from the ships and stuff like that too. So that's definitely new and fresh content.
Yep.
Yes, it is.
It is.
It got us to go to a resort, not booked through the cruise line. And we've never done that, the Paradise.
My wife, I was like, you know what? They had a good time if they're trying to call me from the cab.
From the cab.
Yeah, from the
cab. Trying to call me from the cab. They had a good time. And that just made my day, because
fantastic
I was so happy and so excited that you guys enjoyed yourself
in the rain.
And let's see,
got out of the port.
Yep.
Yeah, we did.
Traveling with Tinkerbell After Dark is going to be tomorrow evening at 9 p.m. Eastern. So we hope.
Wait. Traveling with Tinkerbell tomorrow night?
No, she said After Dark is going to be today, but it's going to be tomorrow evening.
Yeah, today is Thursday, but I'm off tomorrow morning, everybody.
You mean Go Live Together will be After Dark?
Yeah.
Tomorrow night.
Yeah.
So you said Traveling with Tinkerbell will be After Dark tomorrow night.
She made a comment. No, she made a comment.
He's saying Traveling with Tinkerbell wanted to remind everybody about after dark. Go live together after dark
Tomorrow.
Fridays at 9 p.m. Eastern.
So
But
when
it-
is that happening? When?
I won't be
Tomorrow,
there.
right? 9 p.m. Right?
Yeah,
But who's
Eastern.
off tomorrow?
What?
Give me a O. Give me a F. Give me a F, F, F. I'm off.
Not you.
But I might not be. But
Okay.
I might come in. What do you want me to
You
say?
bet.
What do you want to
I don't
say
know.
to me?
In between then and now, we got some people who are coming on after us for the remainder of the day, and I know that Eddie has that list ready for you guys.
And here we go. Right now at 11 a.m.
Just
will
go
be a
crazy.
moment in the world with Darian, of course. 12:15. John and Nancy Travels will be on live. Also, Mayhem and Miracles will be on at 12 o'clock today. Going live. And there's a few people that showed up here today from Mayhem, Ivy, and Mr. Savage Batman are here. So thank you very much. Welcome in. Following at 5 p.m. today will be J&S Adventures at 5 p.m. Eastern. 6 p.m. will be Macallan Spoiled Mama and Gillen Farms. Followed by Journey with the Gingers at 7 p.m. Go Parkers on the Go also. And there's going to be a trivia game tonight with Embarkation Nation and Controversy Cruising at 7 p.m. tonight. And we'll be closing the night tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern with Beach, Please.
Please.
Well, that'll work. Midlife Travels, thank you so much for coming into the
Betsy.
show.
What's Betsy's husband's name?
Mike?
Mike, okay.
Let's see.
Mike Rodriguez.
Never in my life until I joined this community knew that there were so many Mikes and Scotts.
Oh God,
Yep.
yes.
We are under compliance every time.
Right. And let's see. Yeah, we got some partying going on in the chat. We thank you guys so much for catching the show today. Sorry we ran over a little bit, but we had some
We ran over a lot today.
Yeah.
Very
Yes,
sorry,
we
but it was a
did.
great topic. We had a great topic.
We had a
You know,
very good
of
topic.
just
Excellent show.
discussion and yes.
excellent show. Thank you guys so much for coming in. As always, y'all
I
take
know
care.
y'all think I'm on pot, but it's just wait.
It's Vienna sausages. That's what
I'm
it is.
waiting. I love Vienna sausages, but I'm not on.
Hey, this is not after dark.
Wait.
Exactly.
Oh my god.
Okay, wait.
Say that for tomorrow night.
Wait. Okay.
Get all the sausages you want with one.
Hey, listen,
No, this-
meatballs, and little smokies with
Oh,
some barbecue
God, yeah.
sauce in a crock pot.
Yes.
Amen to that.
All day.
Hey, all
All
day.
day.
All day.
And get a
every
hero, cut it in
Smoky.
half, slice it, throw it in there, throw some
What?
cheese, mozzarella, into it, and forget about it.
Okay.
Oh, I want
Well,
some.
that'll work.
I want some meatballs.
Everybody take care of each other
Hey.
out there.
After dark.
Okay.
Don't forget to hit the like button on your way out. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. And never, ever forget, we love you
Love
and
you.
good morning.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay.